Now, Lagos state government recently reinforced its ban on single-use plastics. The policy aims to reduce the state's waste burden and promote sustainable alternatives. Environmentalists, however, say that while the move is commendable, its success will depend on strong enforcement, public awareness, and investments in recycling systems. To this end, the Nigerian Conservation Foundation is championing public engagement through its flagship initiative, Walk for Nature. The annual event draws thousands of participants and aims to raise awareness about environmental conservation and responsible waste disposal. Over the years, the campaign has helped drive conversations and community action toward cleaner, greener cities. Now, joining me for more discussions on this is Dr. Stella Egbe, Strategic Pillar, Lead Biodiversity, Climate Change and Pollution Programs. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
So, Lagos State is now actively enforcing the ban on single-use plastics through raids and confiscation. But I'd like to ask you, do you believe that this move can truly make the difference the authorities are anticipating? What's your take?
Yes, I think that enforcement is a very key step in changing behavior. Raising awareness and educating people is one ballgame, but when it comes to enforcement, this is a sole responsibility of government. And I think that the contribution of that to reducing plastic waste will be quite remarkable. And that's why that measure is a very commendable one. And then it would continue to support with awareness so people can know the impact of this plastic waste and how we can all benefit from reducing that in our environment.
All right. So every rainy season, floods return to the mega city. It's a real issue. Poor drainage or poor waste habits. What do you think?
Yes, so our environment is changing, our climate is changing. And so we have to adapt and also change the way that we are living. If we continue to um, manage waste the way we did 10 years ago, and then we are having higher volumes of rainfall, flooding would definitely increase, which is what we are observing now. Our gutters and waterways are all clogged up. And so what can we do as citizens? What can we do as government to contribute towards the efforts and then mitigate the impact of this? Because everyone that stays in Lagos and even other coastal states will tell you this is a first-hand experience for every one of us. And so managing our waterways would include proper waste disposal, ensuring that our solid waste do not end up in the waterways that are supposed to, take water to our larger water bodies. So this is a very key situation for us. The rainy seasons are ending, but every time it rains in Lagos, you see what is happening. So the Walk for Nature provides the avenue to start and to have this conversation again. I'm talking to you here on TVC, and I'm sure people are listening as well, and they can go out and see what is happening around them. We must contribute towards this. We consume, and then we have the responsibility to also dispose our waste responsibly.
Absolutely. I agree with that. It is everybody's responsibility. Now, the NCF's Walk for Nature brings attention to this issue, but has it led to real change in how people act? How can citizens and companies take more responsibility in reducing plastic pollution?
And so NCF's Walk for Nature, it's a huge call to action. It's something that's been going on for years. And changing attitude begins with starting that conversation. But beyond raising awareness, it's an advocacy tool. And then we see that this initiative is not ordinary in its impact. because now we are partnering with the Lagos State government as usual to discuss this very important issue. And so it goes beyond just the conversation, but towards advisory to individuals and to companies. If you look around, the management of waste has improved over the years. Are we where we want to be yet? Definitely not. But I think it is these conversations that have led to the policies like the ban of single use in Lagos, single-use plastic in Lagos. It is these conversations that are the kickstarter for that. And through this work for nature, we'll be going down into the streets, also amplifying this via various media platforms that people are keying into. A lot of people are taking steps, but beyond recycling, we need to stop the volumes of plastic that's coming from the source. And this involves changing the way we consume and use plastic. And that's why this conversation is always key. It's a Kickstarter. It's not the first time it's been had, but I'm glad that we're sustaining it with this advocacy and partnership with the Lagos State government.
And I'm glad to. Stella Egbe's strategic pillar lead biodiversity, climate change and pollution programs. Thank you very much for giving us your time and your insight.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.